Top 10 anime where MC pretends to be useless but is overpowered. Number 10. The Osan Newbie Adventurer. We've got Rick Gladiator, a 32-year-old dude who decides, you know what, I'm gonna be an adventurer now, like he's picking up pottery as a hobby. Everyone's looking at this middle-aged guy thinking he's having the world's most dangerous midlife crisis. But plot twist, homeboy's been training in isolation for literal decades and can casually demolish S-rank monsters while eating a sandwich. The guild members are out here treating Rick like he needs help opening pickle jars. Meanwhile, he's solving problems that would make seasoned adventurers cry for their mommies. Watching pompous young adventurers get reality checked by awesome Rick hits different. It's like watching your dad embarrass you at video games all over again, except with more explosions and significantly fewer dad jokes about how he built character. Number 9. I Parry Everything. Sliding to number 9 with the most hilariously literal title in anime history. Nor thinks he's trash because all he can do is parry attacks. Buddy's out here having an existential crisis over being a defensive god. Meanwhile, everyone else is watching this man deflect building-sized attacks like he's swatting flies and wondering if he's secretly related to Superman. The comedy gold comes from Noor genuinely believing he's the weakest link while casually no-selling attacks that would delete entire kingdoms. His party members are having Vietnam flashbacks watching their weak friend redirect dragon breath like it's a gentle breeze. It's giving major, I'm not like other girls energy, except instead of being quirky, he's accidentally the most broken character in existence. The man could probably parry a meteor and still think he needs to get good. Number 8. Banished from the heroes party. Landing on number 8 with Red, who got kicked out of the hero squad for having a useless blessing. Imagine getting fired from saving the world because your boss thinks you're not flashy enough. That's some next-level workplace toxicity right there. But here's the kicker. Red was literally the brain keeping that chaotic hero party from face-planting into every obvious trap. Without him, the hero party turns into a disaster compilation video, while Red's out here living his best cottagecore life, running a pharmacy and being genuinely helpful to regular people. It's the ultimate you're lost scenario. They wanted flashy magic tricks, but they lost the guy who actually knew what he was doing. Plus, watching Red casually solve problems with basic common sense while his replacement struggles with door handles is peak schadenfreude. Sometimes the real treasure was the strategic thinking we threw away along the way. Number 7. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. Looking at number 7, where our boy Ryota gets the most sus-sounding power ever. His drops are apparently enhanced. Everyone's thinking this man got the participation trophy of abilities, but surprise. Homeboy's literally breaking the game's economy by pulling legendary items out of slime drops like he's got cheat codes enabled, watching other adventurers grind for months to get basic equipment, while Ryota's casually looting endgame gear from tutorial enemies is absolutely sending me. The man's treating rare drops like a Tuesday morning routine. Oh, another legendary sword? Guess I'll add it to the pile. Meanwhile, veteran adventurers are having existential crises, watching this newbie accidentally stumble into god-tier loot. It's like watching someone win the lottery every day and complain about having to carry all the money. The audacity is astronomical. Number 6. The strongest tank's labyrinth raids. Sliding to number 6 with Rudd, who thinks being a tank means he's automatically the supporting character in everyone else's anime. My guy's out here with defense stats that would make a fortress jealous, tanking hits that could level mountains, and somehow convinced himself he's just the designated damage sponge. The math ain't mathing, Rudd. What's beautiful is watching this man casually walk through attacks that send other adventurers to the Shadow Realm, then turn around and apologize for not being more helpful. Sir, you just face-tanked a dragon's ultimate attack without flinching. That's not being unhelpful, that's being a walking cheat code. His party members are basically using him as a mobile fortress while he's worried about pulling his weight. It's giving Golden Retriever energy. Absolute unit, who thinks he's just a good boy doing his best. Number 5. The Unwanted Undead Adventurer. Landing on number 5 with Rent, who literally died and came back stronger. which honestly sounds like the most metal character development ever. Homeboy gets murked by a dragon, wakes up as a skeleton, and instead of having a reasonable existential crisis, decides to keep grinding levels as an undead. That's commitment to the adventurer lifestyle right there. The comedy comes from Rent trying to maintain his human friendships while being increasingly less human. Nothing says awkward small talk like explaining why you don't need to eat anymore. Meanwhile, he's evolving through different undead forms, like he's speedrunning a monster manual, getting progressively more powerful while everyone thinks he just got really good at wearing hoodies. Watching him casually develop superhuman abilities while his friends remain oblivious is peak "this is fine" energy. Death was just his character's way of unlocking hard mode. Number 4. Reborn to master the blade. Looking at number 4, where a legendary hero king gets reincarnated and decides to cosplay as a regular squire. Because apparently, being overpowered gets boring when you've already saved the world once. Inglis is basically playing New Game Plus with all her previous stats intact, but everyone thinks she's just a talented rookie. The gap between appearance and reality is sending me. Watching this former king pretend to struggle with basic sword work while secretly being able to delete armies is absolute cinema. She's out here getting excited about fighting strong opponents like a battle-hungry golden retriever, while her instructors think they're witnessing natural talent. Meanwhile, Inglis is probably thinking, "Ah yes, this reminds me of that time I single-handedly ended a war." The woman is literally bored of being legendary, so she decided to start over for the fun of it. That's some next-level flex energy. Number 3. Mob Psycho 100. Sliding to number 3 with Mob, the king of emotional suppression and accidental world-ending power. This kid thinks having psychic abilities that could reshape reality is just an inconvenience that makes him weird at school. Sir, you could probably solve world hunger with a sneeze. Maybe reconsider your self-worth calculations. What makes Mob special is that he genuinely doesn't want to be special. Homeboy just wants to get swole and maybe talk to a girl without imploding from social anxiety. Meanwhile, he's casually preventing supernatural apocalypses during his lunch break. The contrast between his mundane teenage problems and his ability to delete entire city blocks is absolutely sending me. Plus, watching con artists try to scam the most powerful psychic on the planet while he's worried about his body improvement club membership is peak irony. The man could end civilization, but can't end a conversation without sweating profusely. Number 2. Chillin' in another world with level 2 super cheat powers. Landing on number 2 with Fleo, who got handed the most broken combination of abilities in Isekai history, but somehow convinced everyone he's just a humble merchant. This man can literally manipulate space-time, but he's out here worried about his grocery store's profit margins. The disconnect is absolutely unhinged. Watching Fleo accidentally solve kingdom-threatening problems while trying to run errands is pure comedy gold. Demons are plotting world domination. Meanwhile, he's over here like, "But have you considered buying potatoes instead?" His enemies keep underestimating him because he looks like an accountant, not realizing they're essentially picking fights with a reality-warping god who just wants to sell vegetables. It's giving local man too powerful to care about power energy, and honestly, respect. Sometimes the real adventure is the grocery business we built along the way. Number 1. Mashle, Magic and Muscle. Kicking off with number 1, we've got Mash Burndead, the man who said magic is temporary, gains are forever, and made it his entire personality. In a world where magic is everything, Homeboy shows up with absolutely zero magical ability, but enough raw strength to punch reality into submission. The audacity is astronomical, and I'm absolutely living for it. Watching Mash solve magical problems through sheer physical violence while everyone else is casting spells is pure serotonin. Dark wizards throwing around reality-bending magic, meanwhile Mash just walks through their attacks like he's pushing through a revolving door. The man treats magic like a minor inconvenience. "Oh, you can control time? That's nice, but can you bench press a building?" His deadpan reactions to increasingly ridiculous magical situations never get old. Plus, the way he accidentally becomes a legend while just trying to protect his dad and eat cream puffs is peak wholesomeness wrapped in absolute chaos. These protagonists prove that sometimes the best superpower is making everyone else underestimate you completely. Which hidden powerhouse had you fooled the longest? Drop your thoughts below. Smash that like button if this list didn't disappoint, and subscribe for more anime content that definitely won't pretend to be average.